puffy. Sorry, I'm still a little puffy from my operation. Today I am bringing you my February best. I'm sort of dropping the worst because I don't really have much in the way of products which I don't like. I tend to do my research, so from now on, unless something is glaringly bad, it's all going to be just the best products for the month. I've got quite a few eye products and face products, not much in the way of lip, so I will get straight into it. In terms of the face products, I have three which sort of, how can I put it, they form a system. So each product by themselves, while okay, I don't find to be glaringly brilliant, but when I put the three together as a system, I find they work really well for my skin. They are a drugstore product, but they are the Rimmel Stay Matte system. So what I start with is the Rimmel Fix and Perfect Primer. I then go ahead and use the Rimmel Stay Matte Foundation, and then finish off with the Stay Matte Long Lasting Pressed Powder. So when I use this system here, I have found that the coverage it gives is really good. And it stays on my face pretty well all day. I haven't had any troubles with it, which in Queensland humidity is saying something. That being said, okay, obviously it's not going to stay matte the entire day, and I do have to go and touch up, but just using the powder, it's fine, it's perfect, it works well. So I've been really impressed with these. The shade I am in for the foundation is Soft Beige, which is number 200, and honestly, it fits my colour perfect. It just fits me perfectly. There's no difference in discoloration. You can't tell that I'm wearing a different foundation, so brilliant. And then for the powder, I am Silky Beige, which is number 5. So it's just a normal, the powder definitely does feel dry, but considering I'm an oily skinned person, I prefer that. When the powder itself doesn't give much in the way of coverage, so I wouldn't be getting that if you're after coverage. The powder just keeps you stay matte all day sort of thing. So yeah, so that system there, highly impressed with. Quite cheap. Rimmel is one of the cheaper drugstore brands in Australia. I think the foundation was, what, $15? The powder was probably about the same, and the primer was $13. So for Australia, quite cheap. And then to match it up with the blush, I have fallen in love with my Coral blusher from BYS. Not sure if this featured in a favourites video of mine a while ago or not, but it is, in my opinion, the perfect colour. I do wish it wasn't shimmery, but aside from that, as far as the colour goes, it couldn't be better for my skin tone. So, it's just a beautiful peachy coral shimmer. Just perfect. Pigmentation is good, you can work it up, but if you're only wanting a flush of colour, if you put it on lightly, it can be quite sheer. Just brilliant. And of course, in Australia, BYS is so cheap. This was $5, so really cheap, brilliant, nothing bad to say. Okay, moving on to eyes. I have 4 different things. The first one is, lately I must admit, I have been using my Maybelline colour tattoos so much just as bases because it has been so humid. I just find I need something a little bit extra just to hold the eyeshadow on. And this month, because I've been doing a lot of neutral looks, probably can't tell by what I've got on my eyes at the moment, but trust me, I have been doing a lot of neutrals during the days. So the Bad to the Bronze colour tattoo I've been using a lot, particularly on the lid, which is just it's very highly shimmer bronze. So not necessarily the best thing if I'm trying to create a matte look, but I don't generally mind a bit of shimmer over my eyelid, just as long as the rest of it's at matte for my day at work. So that there, lovely. I have 3 palettes that I have been using quite a bit. The first one is one that I'd almost forgotten I had. It's sort of, because it's such a small palette, it sort of found its way into the cracks between some of my larger ones. But it is my NYX Matte Smoky Look One Night in Morocco palette. And hey, look, you can see yourself. The reason why I like this is obviously they are all matte colours, and funny enough, they make a neutral palette, which is what I've been doing all month. So the colours, I don't generally just use what's in this palette. I'll usually pair it up with, say, my Lorac Pro palette, or maybe my Skylark palette. But the colours that are in here, I find I particularly like them for my crease work. So the dark brown and the dark taupey brown work brilliantly as matte colours in the crease. It also helps that it has a primer. I haven't been using the lip colours much because I find they come off pretty easily, but I have used them a couple times. So yes, that is that particular palette. One other good thing about this is it is so small, you just shove it in your handbag and you're good to go. So, please don't rediscover that. And then the last 2 palettes are actually palettes I've created using Makeup Geek eyeshadows, and they're my neutral palette and my cool palette. So these 2 here, let's pull them up. Ta-da! So I have done a video which I'll put up here somewhere about all my Makeup Geek eyeshadows, which are brilliant, by the way. Highly recommend them, and if you're in Australia, I recommend them even more because they are so cheap. Okay, you pay for shipping, but shipping wasn't exorbitant, and the quality of these eyeshadows is amazing. Anyway, that was part of another video, so go watch that video. But in terms of my neutral palette, I've really been loving Brown Sugar, Glamorous, and Gold Digger, which form, it's very shimmery colours, but Brown Sugar is this colour here, then Glamorous is this colour here, and Gold Digger. So highly metallic colours, but are just, as accent colours on the lid, they are beautiful. And then of course I use Vanilla Bean a lot as my blending and highlight colour. Particularly if I'm not wanting to go too high up into the brown bone area, if I want that pretty plain and I'm just wanting to sort of emphasise the eyelid, Vanilla Bean is lovely. And then for those days when I'm wanting a little bit more in the way of drama, I love Burlesque. And I talked about this in that Makeup Geek eyeshadow video, but honestly, it is amazing. This colour is just, if you were going to get a single Makeup Geek eyeshadow, I would recommend that. It's just, woo, losing eyeshadows. It is amazing. And in terms of its pigmentation, it is so creamy that I barely touched my fingers to the pan, and look at the pigmentation that you get on that colour. It is buttery smooth. You don't get the feeling that the eyeshadow is overly fragile. It blends so well, and the colour is just beautiful. So yes, so that's Burlesque. So that's all of the eye products that I have been loving this month. I do have 2 lip products, and again, same as with the face product, this is a system. So each product on their own, while good, is not what I would necessarily call a favourite, but when I put them together, I love them. I start off with my Covergirl Outlast Lipstain in 415. They don't put the names of what they are on them. But it's this colour here, and it's just a mid-tone pink, and unfortunately mine is starting to go dry because I've used it so much. But just a lovely mid-tone pink, stays on all day, just beautiful. And then I pair that together with a Stila Lip Glaze, which I am not a fan of lip glosses. For some reason I just don't like them. I hate the way they feel on my lips. These lip glazes, love them. There's no problem with them whatsoever. This colour is in Jingle. This was actually part of their holiday set for Christmas. And it's just a very, very light peachy pink. This one right here. And it just complements the lip stain perfectly. I'll just put a little bit over the lip stain so you can see. So, see that there. So, love it. Well, I got through that at a roaring pace. That does the video. If you have any questions at all, as always, please comment. If you have any suggestions, etc., about what you think I should do in terms of trying products, or if there's a tutorial, etc., that you want to see. I know I haven't done many tutorials for a while. I promise I will get back into them eventually. Otherwise, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. See ya!